Hello, how are you doing today? The world is upside down. Deep, deep. Anyway, I slept in today. It's probably about 9:30 in the morning. But hey, I haven't done that all week. I've been sleep deprived. But not anymore. This is kind of another view. Isn't it nice? Oops. There's the sun in the sky. Anyway, you're not here for that. Here is the parsley. It's doing fairly decent, I would say. Down in here, it looks like it's worse for wear. But hopefully that's a good sign. We still have some sort of little moths or something that are wanting to munch. Here's the basil. I've already gotten a couple of leaves off of the basil. I had some cut it up and put it on my omelet that I made myself, a simple cheese omelet the other day, and I put it on top of it. Delish. And we had spaghetti last night, and of course I chopped some up, put it on the spaghetti, and it was great. It really livens up your food. It really tastes good when it's fresh. These things that you see that are trying to grow on the end of it, I don't want it to go to seed, so I'm plucking those off. Like that. We've got one more here. Pluck. I think I got it all. Let's see. Make sure I get it all. Gets on the end of your, ooh, I can smell it from here. Gets on your hands. That's okay. It smells really great. These other ones, they're kind of starting to. I'm going to reach in and pluck that off. Again, I don't want it to think, oh, it's time to go to seed. I'm not ready for you to just go to seed right now. Let's see, did I get it well enough? No, I think I did this one. I'm sure I'll be plucking it I could go in and take those two out. There we go. Really good. Smells great. Can't wait for you know what would be nice is when the weather gets really nice and we can open up our windows and put that right underneath the open window. And on a windy day, you smell that coming. Oh, it sounds so good. Okay, I'm not going to show you the beans. That's a different channel. Here is the eggplant. It's really going strong. I was really upset when I started seeing that happening. It like ticked me off, really. It's like I go through all this time to try to grow a plant and some animal thinks it's munch time. So I took some spray and I sprayed it. So I hope that they'll think twice when they come to munch a lunch on it. I did see that we have an eggplant there that hopefully will grow. And we've got some, I don't know if you can see that. Right there's one. that are thinking about it. Anyway, that's a Japanese eggplant, and they're the thin, long ones. It'll be nice to see those kick into overdrive. I think after this next week, we're going to be going down under 100 in temperatures. I'm doing an experiment today. I'm not keeping it covered, the eggplant and the tomatoes, and I want to kind of see how they last. Today's weather is going to be in the hundreds again. I think Sunday it might reach 110, but it's going to be the high hundreds. But then Monday through Friday, it's gradually going to come back down to where either Friday or Saturday, we're going to be under 100. And hopefully that's the trend. My son believes that it's probably Helene, the hurricane that kind of blew up the hot weather our way a little bit. And it could be the reason why here it's almost the end of the first week of October and we're still in the hundreds. But if you could look at, this is the cherry tomato plant. And if you, the bottom looks a little worse for wear, but all the new growth up here looks really great. You can see some blossoms right there. And also, if you look, what's that? That's a cherry tomato! Woo, 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 woo! Just one. Don't be greedy. And these are the better boys. They're really growing tall. When I bought them, they were probably about this big, this tall. And so they've grown about a foot. And there's the other one. Okay, we've got our zucchini next. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, that's my big body in the picture. There's one. Really going to town. There's another one. I've got one in the back there. That one, I don't think it's going to live. And then we got another one. But that's okay because these hopefully will bush out and we'll have enough from those plants that we'll be fine. I'll fix this in a second. Here's the jalapeno plant. It's really looking good. And if you could see here, it's hard to do with the phone here. If you look right here, we've got a blossom and a blossom happening. And we got one there. Another jalapeno in the back. These I planted in the spring. And the hot part of the the hot part of the summer, I had one of those black sunscreens over it protecting it. So they're coming back to life. This one, when I saw it, it kind of looked just like that, but hardly any leaves on it. These are the bell peppers, but now you see this new growth happening here. I'm thinking once it can get a lot of sunlight and water and of course the nutrients, it's going to then say, hey, it's time to start producing fruit. You can kind of see here, you see all the wilted leaves. Those were from the spring when it first grew. And now you see the new growth happening on it. So that's pretty exciting. I kind of left the old leaves there. They're still green. I figured they could assist with some photosynthesis for getting some food to the plants still, which it seems to be working really well. The beets never came up. I'm kind of wondering if that's really a spring thing for us, even though you can grow beets. I just can't grow them here. I planted Swiss chard. That one didn't produce anything, but we've got one growing, which is fine. My mom lives with me. She's like 82, 81, 82. And she really loves Swiss chard. So we had some in the spring. We had 2 plants, and it was really good. Felt like we were getting more Swiss chard than we needed, so just maybe 1 plant will be fine. And then the lettuce and the spinach, nothing is popping up, which is a little disappointing. And it's kind of a cooler crop, and of course we're in the hundreds, and I'm kind of wondering if the seed's like going, I'm not going out there, that's too hot. That would be me staying underneath, shaded, but we'll see. That's the progress of our garden. You get a chance, go over and take a look at how our beans are doing in my green bean experiment. And I'll talk more about that when you go over to watch that video. Here's some foxtail fern. Our foxtail fern have done really well. They really enjoy the climate. I've got them on a timer, watered twice a day, just like the other garden. So it seems to be doing really well. These are like a tiny, tiny carnation. They're pink. This one looks good. This one just up and said, how do I say it? Screw you all, I'm not staying around, so it died. And then we got 2 over here that's making a comeback. That one's looking good. Here's the flower that grows on it. Isn't that pretty? Gorgeous. Here's another tiny one. Too close? There we go. I'm just using my Android Samsung phone. But you get the gist. There's another one. Anyway, today is Saturday, October 5th, 2024. Oh, you didn't see this. My wife and our granddaughters, when my granddaughters came to visit, they did a little fairy village. Isn't that adorable? And my other granddaughter, she did this one. Little welcoming pathway to the house. Cute. I wish I could say this is real, but it's not. Have a great week, guys.